putting, reading greens, getting the ball to start on your line with the proper speed. There's so many things that go on in how to become a great putter, and it takes a little while, and it's a skill that you've got to develop, you got to work at, you got to enhance it, you got to work at it, you got to understand what you're trying to do when you read a putt. And by the way, like and subscribe to the channel. Please let your friends know about what we've got going on here, because we're really having a lot of fun and helping people play their best golf. So, all right, go ahead down the line here, Gibbsy, and I want to show everybody. So what we've done is we've taken a couple of swim noodles and laid them down on the ground here to give you an idea of a break that we're going to have. And what you can see, obviously, up there is that the high side of that floor there is on the right, and it tilts down to the left here. So you know that this property is tilted. And we'll get into reading greens here in a little bit. But what I want you to understand is how to visualize the start line and the end line of a putt. So what I've done is I've got a little separation in here between the swim noodles. But what you can see, and I'll try to hit this putt that kind of stays along this swim noodle and kind of drops into the hole there, right? So be patient with me, as you know what, we're all human. So here we go. Maybe a little bit too firm. No, it's good. So you can see exactly what happened there. I rolled that along. Now, what I want you to imagine is when you are reading a green and you come back over here, go to a 3, I think, Gibbsy, is probably the best. Yeah. So when you come back over here, what I want you to imagine first is, what do you think this thing does? So immediately we see the swim noodles that are on the ground. We know it's going to be right to left. Then what I want you to do is I want you to walk to the left side of the hole so that you get an idea of the tilt of the property here. So I can see that the left side is lower than the right side, the hole, and I can see the property is falling towards me this way. And then what you've done there now is you've gotten, okay, I know this is going to break right to left, and I've confirmed it by going over here. But also by going over here, I get an idea of the length of the putt. This is about a 10 to maybe 11-foot putt. And you're processing your mind with how hard I need to hit this putt, right? So then you go back over here, and now you start to imagine this. And what I want you to see is I want you to drag the ball out of the cup. So the ball is going into the hole at about 6 o'clock would be dead straight, 5 o'clock a little to the right of that, 4 o'clock a little to the right of that. I've got this entry point at about 4:30. And then I bring it out 4:30, and it mirrors this path that I've laid out with the swim noodle. And now all of a sudden, I've got it coming out of the hole there, right to the golf ball. Now, this is where things get really fun. What I want you to do is this. I want you to imagine that coming out of the hole and capture like this last foot of the start line. What I also want you to do is I want you to keep the last foot of the end line, and I want you to see that ball going into the hole over there, okay? All right, now, when you get in here, I want you to use your eyes. So your eyes are going to capture the start line, and they're going to capture the end line. So I see it come out of the hole, it comes over to here, I go back over there and back over there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit this into this start line, have it take the twist over, and then capture that hole. Now, what you saw there was I pulled that a little bit and I hit it a little bit harder. But because I had in mind where I was trying to start this, I was able to get almost the hole closer to me by keeping the start line in my mind. Try it again. So this is how this works. Back over here, see that it's right to left, go back down over here. Now you're getting a length of the putt. So I can see that there, and I can see the break. I can see how the property is now tilted this way. Now I come back over here. Now I choose my line by pulling the entry point of the golf ball out of the hole and then tracing it back this way. Then what I'm doing is I'm capturing this last part there. That helps me set the putter in. I've got the point where the ball is going into the hole. That's coming out of there. Going over here, so I've got this little dash and that little dash, and now what I'm going to do is just hit it down my dash. That was a bad putt. Try it again. Got my dash. That was pretty good. I hit it too hard, but it had my interest. One more. That one did not have my interest. I pulled it. This one has my interest, and it's too hard again. So my speed on those two is off by a foot. And this brings me to the next point and the last thing I want to make to you. When you're taking your practice stroke, I want your practice stroke to be the prediction of the speed that you're going to hit this at. So you take in your practice strokes, you have that prediction. You've got your start line and your end line. You hit it into the start line. It captures the end line right into the hole just like that. So as you put this all together, final time, here's what you're going to do. You're going to start back here, and this is simple. Does this break left or does it break right? We know it breaks to the left. Always walk to the low side. So if it goes left, walk left. If it goes right, walk right. So we come over here to the left-hand side. We evaluate what's going on. Okay, this is the length of the putt. And I don't want you thinking about, don't get your brain focusing on, well, I need to hit it at 2 miles an hour or 4 miles an hour. I don't want you to do that. I want your brain to just, let your brain just produce it. So we see that curve. Now what we're going to do is come back over here, have the ball come out of the hole in your mind, right to the start line. Now I have my start line. Now I have my end line, and then I hit it onto the start line, capture the end line, almost got it. A little bit of practice, a little bit of time, all of a sudden you'll be able to see these and you'll be able to make these putts. You've got to make sure that you see the ball go into the hole. You got to see the ball starting. Take those two things, marry them together, and I'm telling you, as you visualize this, it's going to get a whole lot better. I don't visualize noodles. It's just easy for you to see. Some players, Raymond Floyd, he would visualize train tracks. Tiger Woods will visualize a little bit of almost like a canal. Some people are visualizing golf balls, so they'll see the first literally the first start line of the putt with 3 golf balls like this going down that start line just like that, and then the golf ball that they're going to hit just like that. It doesn't matter to me what you see. You just got to see something. So see it start, see it end, and when you see it end, many times more, you'll be picking it out of the hole because you're going to make these putts. I'm telling you, follow this recipe for making putts, and you're going to shoot lower scores, and you're going to make more putts. To improve all parts of your game, subscribe to my channel and click the link below.